Well, good evening, everyone. This is Sharon Rankin, and I am zooming in from Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm just so delighted to welcome all of you from wherever you're zooming in across the country. Whether it's your first time or you've been zooming in for several years with us, we welcome you to our Mission Possible call. And I say this with a heartfelt expression: is every time that you choose to be here on a Monday night, we are so grateful. We are grateful to have you join us, to be it really, I see it's vital to stay connected in whatever it is, in whatever communities we are. One of the main core values or 6 human needs that Brandon Barber talked about a while ago was love and connection. And that's what we get every Monday night when we come together with our team. So thank you for being here. And each week when we come together, it is about reminding us and keeping our eyes on the focus, which is the vision of inspiring healthy living around the world. And I'm always reminded that there are people praying for an answer for their health concerns and their financial challenges. And we have a great solution when we share and inspire others. So we are the Mission Possible team. We are a growing team of inspired individuals. I'm inspired, and I hope you guys are too, individuals who are ambassadors or agent dedicated to change, to creating a healthier life as many as possible. And every time we show up, every time we share a story, a resource, invite someone to come on along, we are making a difference. So tonight, we want to share some resources with you and invite you to come on along on a journey with us in February and March for sure. So I have a question for you guys. Now, I don't know if you've been here new, if you're just getting started, some of you maybe, or if you've been around for a little while, but is anyone interested or desiring to grow their business in 2024? Is there anyone? I mean, don't raise your hand if you don't want to do it, okay? Because I mean, this is like you're either in or you're not. So is anybody interested or desiring to have a bigger impact? In other words, we want to love more, serve in a deeper way. We want to grow in 2024. Does that resonate with anybody at all? Thank you, Susan, for that raised hand. I appreciate it. Let's go, Chanel, for sure. So if we could empower you to take action with a proven system, something that is working and having results for people across the country. What I love, love, love about our business and about our community, if something's working for one team, everybody shares it. Nobody keeps it a secret like some other professions and businesses do. We want everybody in our community to be successful. So if we could share something with you that would empower you to take action with a proven system with results, would that interest anyone? Is anybody interested in that at all? Okay, I see a few of you are. Maybe more will get excited about it for sure. Well, tonight we want to introduce you to what we've been learning about in the last little bit. And I've listened to some calls today, tonight, really immersing myself in something, because here's, as a leader, and I think all of our leaders would say this as well, we don't want to ask anybody to do something that we would not be willing to do. We want to lead by example in everything that we do. So I've been immersing myself in a lot of this today and in the last week. And it's called Empowered Hours, empowerment in 1 hour. And one of the things that I was challenged early on in my business career with the Juice Plus family was to treat my business like a business and not a hobby. A hobby costs something you dibble dabble in and find out you're spending more money in it than you are making. And that's one of the things that I embraced early on, was treating this as a business. So we want to share with you some details, some visuals about empowered hours, how to be empowered in 1 hour. And again, I'm going to come back to what Brandon Barber, who was with us on that first Monday in January, and you heard Brandon Barber. Anybody there? Do you remember he talked about the 6 human connections? The 6 human connections, and he talked about certainty. The number one was certainty. If we could give you certainty, if we could give you a place to be safe to work. He also talked about love and connection. And we're all in a business. We're in business for ourselves, but we're not in business. We're in business for ourselves, but not alone. So love and connection, that's what we can do together. So I'm going to pass this on to Sally Reinimer, National Marketing Director in Denver. And I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to talk about empowered hours and what we can do and what our plan is for the next couple of months. So welcome, Sally.
Thank you. So I have another question. Does anybody like games? Anybody like a game? Something you can have fun at? Isn't heavy. It's fun, right? To play a game. Well, we're going to do a game. And it is the Empowered in 1 Hour game. We're doing in February and March. And so I can't really see, but I think a number of us have done power hours and have participated in these different models of power hours. And what really has attracted me, and I've been very consistent, although I will admit, since the beginning of the year, it's been a little bit of a challenge for me to get back into that habit that I had gotten really. I really scheduled my time significantly before that. So I'm very much looking forward to this because it really is, it's like office hours, so to speak. You know, when you have a regular job, you're going to clock in, or there's somebody else you're accountable to. Well, in this business, we are accountable to ourselves. So this is a way to bring some structure, to bring some certainty into our business life. One theme that I kind of am focusing on this year is I'm all in the time I have. And because most people don't do this full time, most people, they're doing it around jobs, around families, around other, you know, commitments that we have. So to be all in the time we have, I think is a really important principle. And this helps us be all in the time we have. So let's go to the next slide. What we're going to do is we're just going to talk, just briefly go through what is the model that this hour takes. It's a very specific schedule of activities. So first of all, 5 minutes, just a little check-in, say hello. And what I love is that there's people from all over the country joining these. So you really are in a community doing this, which creates accountability. Everybody there is focusing, and it totally inspires me to stay focused and stay on task. Next slide.
There it is. Can you see it, Sally?
Just coming now. So then the next 10 minutes is social media engagement. I know for me, I go back and forth with social media. Maybe some of you are also in that. And what this has done for me is that it really created a structure and a focus for me to be more consistent and to create more connections. And, you know, some of just the last customer that I was able to put in on Saturday was from engaging in social media, on Facebook, creating relationship, answering needs, etc. So it's really a way to expand our impact and our reach. So there's 10 minutes where we focus on that. So we're looking at maybe sending a birthday message, we're commenting on other people's posts, etc. Then the next 10 minutes, making new friends. So some people join groups, interest groups. You don't join them so that you can be pounding Juice Plus, but again, it's all about whether we're meeting in person with someone through a chamber event or networking, or your neighbors or your church, or you're on social media. It's about building relationships. So this is a way to expand our sphere of influence. Find friends of friends, people that you're friends with. You can reach out to their friends, message new followers, like and follow 5 new accounts. So and during that time, there's always a little bit of inspiration or guidance around this as well. So the next 10 minutes is focused on inviting. So you want to come to the call prepared. We're going to go through some of that, but know what events, so live events or virtual events, maybe they're watch parties, maybe they're a connection call. So there's so many different events. Boards is full of them, as well as there's another Empowered Hour format also that's very similar to this, that has a Facebook page that also has lots of events that are posted. And Campbell Team Boards has tons of events. And then 10 minutes for follow-up. So this is the people you've reached out to before, sending them information, etc. You're spending 10 minutes focusing on those people that you have already connected with. And 10 minutes of customer care. So if you're just getting started, you may not have many customers. So this is something also, when I have been doing these regularly, I have to say, sometimes I don't exactly follow each topic, because maybe I have more customers and it's going to take me 20 minutes on a specific day to do that customer follow-up, or to do the just in general follow-up. So it will somewhat be tailored to where you are and what your needs are on that day. At the same time, it's still creating that structure. It's still giving you ideas. It's still creating a place for high-paying activities. And then ending it, which I really love that they have introduced this. The last 5 minutes is gratitude. It's about reaching out to someone, to acknowledge them for someone, to tell them, thank them, to tell them you love them. You know, it can be anyone in your team. It could be a family friend, a family member, a prospect, someone you want to create. Just taking some time to think about, who do I want to give some appreciation to today? I love that this ends in that way.
And Sally, I'm just going to add here, when you're talking about gratitude, and it's just, I think you and I were talking earlier today, it was about acknowledging other people, just acknowledging somebody that's done a good job, encouragement, recognition. That's really, remember, I just keep going back to Brandon Barber's and his 6 human needs is significance. We all need significance, and people respond to when we show acknowledgement, encouragement, and gratitude to them. So I just cannot say enough. You could spend 30 minutes on this, on some things as people needed to, for sure. So I'm going to stop our share.
Yeah, and then I'll go. I've got a couple of things to share as well.
Okay.
So I hope you get a feel for how valuable this can be. And I think there's an intangible to this, and it is the in-community part of it. You know, when you're working in an office, or when I was a teacher, or I was working in the field of child abuse and neglect, I had a whole community I was working in. We had some fun together, you know, and that's what happens. So we can be very isolated. This is a way to come in community, have some fun together, share some things, and please reach out to your team leader around any questions around it, helping you get up to speed with everything and ready to really be able to take advantage. So I am going to now share the Maximize Your Power Hour, Be Prepared. So some things to have available for yourself when you're going into this. So maybe a list of prospects, people that you want to reach out to, people you've been meeting, neighbors, etc. If you have customers, which I think most people on here do, just print off your customer genealogy, have that there, or make a list. In my planner, I have a section for, I call them future customers, those prospects or future team members, existing customers, partners, people that I need to be connecting with this week. So your customer genealogy is going to show you who's shipping, et cetera, as well as, of course, our juiceplus.com is going to be doing that. Our downline growth and PVC report, if you don't know what that is, talk to your team leader. They'll be happy to share that, but that's our team. So having that with you, identifying people that you want to be able to connect with during this time, and know what events there are. So going on the boards has lots of them. Our Voxer chats have lots of them. There's Facebook event groups. There's just so many resources to find events to invite people to. So when you're doing your weekly planning, which I highly recommend, you look at, okay, what events are coming up? And then you're thinking about who could I invite to those. And so,
Sally, before you move on, their pro tip there about scheduling a coaching call with your team leader or with your upline. I cannot say enough about that at the early part of a month to create a good rhythm, because it helps you identify what you need to do. And frankly, two heads are better than one. And we can look at things, a sponsor or an NMD or a team leader upline can look at something that maybe you don't see. And I know as long as I've done this, I'm better with you all. I get better when I mastermind with you guys. And so I cannot say enough about this tip to schedule a coaching call the first of the month, before you get immersed, and have a plan for your month. It will make you happier at the end of the month, for sure.
Yeah. So be prepared, be consistent, and then we are successful. Okay, next one I want to show you. So someone asked on a call I was just on, team call, well, how are we going to keep track of all this? What's some goodies for us? Where's the game here? And she said, well, this is like bingo. I said, yeah, we should call this bingo. Empowered in 1 hour tracker. So pick your power. You want to commit to, think of a stretch. Do you want to commit to 5 in the month of February over these 30 days? Actually, it's 29 days. We're going to start February 1st. You want to commit to 10? You want to commit to 15? How many do you want to commit to? Do you want to stretch into? Fine to start wherever you are. The whole point is to take a step forward. We're not talking about perfection. We're talking about progress. You could start it one way and then switch mid-month. Whatever you want to do, it's just about creating that progress, creating those steps, getting in this rhythm, scheduling those power hours.
And
So
I
we'll
like
be
that.
getting out to everybody.
Yeah, we'll get this in everybody's hands for sure.
So also, I want to show you, I think I can do this. Do I have it up? No, sorry. I wanted to show you on boards where the schedule is. I think that will be really valuable for everyone. Let me just get in here. And sorry, let me quick share this, because this is where you can find the schedule. And then there's also another schedule. There's another very similar in terms of the format. It's called the Magic of 1 Hour. And we can be posting those schedules as well. There's a Facebook group. If you're not already in it, you can join that, but I don't want to make it too complicated for everybody. Okay, so events on the Campbell team boards, go to events, Empowered in 1 Hour. And here is the schedule. So every week it will be there. And this is where you can see. Does that get bigger for you, for everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see there's many times, and most of these are during the day. So acknowledge that doesn't work for people that are working during the day. And so we as a team will also be looking at having some in the evening, so that it can really work into people's schedules better. All right. That's all for me.
Thank you,
Hope you're
Sally.
excited. I think it'll be really fun. And yeah, we can all do this together and really create some powerful impact, progress, and fun together.
Yes, Nancy.
Well, I know many people on this call have participated in Kurt Beaver's monthly calls that he calls Start Well, Finish Strong. And I envision this as a way to really take advantage of the whole month and create a flow of activity so that we're not getting to the end of the month going, oh my gosh, I have to hurry up and get some new customers, or oh my gosh, I have to, invite to an event. This is just a consistent flow throughout the month, whether you decide you're going to do one a week or 5 a week. It's entirely up to you, but I see this as a really good discipline to maximize the potential, the full potential of each month.
Thank you. And I've been listening to different chats and things, recordings, and people are having great success. In fact, all of you are going to be at the Kentucky Lakes Boot Camp. There will be specific conversation about this with stories that you can hear what people are experiencing. And so we're stepping in. This is stretching. I know that for us to grow, Jim Rohn said, for things to change, we have to change. And for us to grow, we have to stretch a little bit. And that's exactly what we're going to do here in 2024. I'm going to sign myself up for a stretching exercise by doing empowered hours and figure out how to do it. And so you guys can join us on this. And I like what Sally said. This is about progress, not perfection. I really want to emphasize that this is about just stepping in and being consistent. Consistency creates miracles in our business. And we've heard this over and over again, but consistent activity will create miracles. And I've also heard consistent connections build trust. And that's what we're doing with Empowered Hours. Empowered Hours is creating consistent connections. So it's an opportunity to stretch and grow as individuals, but it's also an opportunity to stretch and grow as a team. If you could imagine if we in a month would add extra customers, we could look back at a month and see, look at the impact the Mission Possible team had this month in February or in March or the end of the year, whatever it is, the impact that we would have had in a year for the people's lives that we would have touched and changed, both for health and those we would have invited into our mission of inspiring healthy living. And it's never been a better time. Some of us were just on a call earlier with John Blair, who used to be the vice president of product and development for our company. He also said is the chairman for the Council for Responsible Nutrition. And when that call becomes available in a recording, and I pray that it will be, I'm going to encourage everybody to listen to it. If you need a burst of inspiration, I would encourage you to listen to it, that we have never been in a better place than we are right now as we kick off 2024 with corporate, the field, resources. We have a new product coming. Did you all hear that? At Level Up, we have a new product coming that'll be introduced in Indianapolis at the Leadership Conference. If you're a leader, if you're a QSSC, and you haven't decided to go, this would be a good time to go because they're going to make that product available for everybody who's there to take home. We can come home firsthand experience. So you can tell I'm excited, and I hope you guys will join our energy as well. I think I've covered everything that we're supposed to cover tonight. Thank you all for being here for sure. And I saw Wanda Terrell. Dr. Terrell, I am answering your question. Yes, this will be available in the Mission Possible team boards. Just a little caveat here, a little sneak announcement for those of you who are on the call. The Mission Possible team has created our own boards, Mission Possible. It's coming, so stay tuned. I'm pretty excited about that. I got super inspired and excited, and we have somebody that's going to help us with this. We're going to get it all ready so we can roll it out to everybody. So stay tuned in February when we begin to roll this out, and you can have your own Mission Possible team board. And I'm pretty excited about that. So stay tuned. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Sally, so much for your time and energy on our call tonight. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Have a good week, everybody. Love you all.
Thank you. Thanks, Sally. Thank you so much. Great call.
Great call. Thanks,
Thank you
everybody.
all.
Have a
Night,
good
everybody.